Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Phillips. I'm a graduate assistant at LaunchNET Kent State, and this is an introduction to the e-commerce website builder, Shopify. If you're an entrepreneur looking to establish an e-commerce presence, your first step should be to decide how you want to build your website. There are many companies like Shopify which sell software that enables an entrepreneur to easily build their online presence. These resources are particularly useful for those who don't have the means to build a website from scratch or who don't have any experience with building websites on their own. You need to find which platform works best for you. To do this, you can focus on these 5 areas. The first is purpose. What is the purpose of your site? Or what do you hope to accomplish in building this site? Is it a place for consumers to directly purchase products? Is it just an informational site? Or are you maybe a service provider looking to establish a booking page? These are all qualities that will affect which site is best for you and your online business. The next factor is growth. How will your business develop over time? Are there any foreseeable changes that could affect your website? Maybe you're planning to expand your product offerings in the future. How will these kinds of changes affect your online presence? Consider platforms that can be easily edited to account for the growth and scaling of your business. Of course, we have to consider costs. How much money can you spend on this business right now? You have to ask yourself, will I be able to afford this site in the future? Are there any costs that I might incur by using certain platforms? Next, think about the support available to you. Does the platform you're considering have a dedicated support team? Or are there other resources you can look at to help you with any issues you might encounter? It's important to have available support, especially when handling sensitive information. Which leads us to our next topic, security. Can you properly protect customer information? If you're handling transactions online, you're privy to sensitive customer information. You want to make sure that you're using a secure platform to protect the privacy of all involved parties. An e-commerce presence is essential for competing online, whether that be through your own website or through an established platform. In the entrepreneurial world of today, it's very important for businesses to have an e-commerce presence as a sign of credibility, even if they aren't directly selling through that site. Having a website for your business also serves as a form of marketing. Your site is active 24/7, explaining what your business is and sometimes selling products for you without you having to actively manage it. It's a great tool for all businesses and one all entrepreneurs should consider. There are many specific kinds of e-commerce platforms you can consider for your business, but to avoid getting too technical, the most important distinction is between self-built and existing platforms. A self-built website is one developed entirely by the entrepreneur, or a site developed solely for the entrepreneur by a contractor or other developer. This is different from traditional open source cloud and software as a service platforms in which the entrepreneur builds a website based on existing code. Shopify is a software as a service platform. They utilize a subscription service to collect revenue and in return allow entrepreneurs to build professional-looking websites. As I mentioned, there are many companies like Shopify, so why focus on this platform specifically? Well, there are over 4.3 million e-commerce sites built using Shopify, and Shopify sites have a global presence, being utilized in over 175 countries. Shopify is also a great platform for businesses of all sizes, whether your company has 1 employee or 1,000. Their site templates can be customized for virtually any industry as well. Another thing that makes Shopify special is its SEO features. Search engine optimization, or SEO, refers to tactics you can use to get a website ranked higher in search engines like Google. When you Google something, the results that pop up at the top of that search are a result of SEO. For e-commerce businesses, SEO feeds directly into marketing, and Shopify's features like keywords make it super SEO friendly. Besides this, Shopify has other standout features like blog post options and email marketing. Next, Shopify is easily adaptable and scalable. You can edit your site at any time to reflect the growth of your business. Finally, Shopify's website builder comes with customizable themes to streamline the site building process and make it easier for entrepreneurs with little website building experience. Okay, now we're going to do a live demo to test out some of Shopify's key features and just to give you an understanding of how the platform works. So right after you create an account, you're going to be met with this screen on the home page. You can see over here on the left side that says Setup Guide. The first thing that we're going to do is add a product to our store. So if you click the Add Product button, it will take you to this page that is kind of like your product dashboard. And as you can see, there's all the features here on how to add a product to your shop. You can title a product. I'm going to call this product LaunchNET Pixel Stickers because we're going to add some stickers to our shop. You can add a description right here. Stickers for any entrepreneur. Now that's a very brief description just to keep this tutorial moving pretty quickly. You can also add other descriptions like the dimensions of your product. If you have them, let's say the sticker sheet, I know it's going to be 4 inches by 6 inches. That might be some good information to put there. You can put a much longer description than what I have here. Like I said, trying to keep it brief for the purposes of the tutorial. You can add in materials, any other product details that might be important would go in the description. Then we have the media. You can click Upload New. I'm going to select this picture of the stickers. You can add more than one picture. You can even add videos of your product if you have them, but as you can see, that just popped up there. Next is price. I'm going to put $2.50 as my price for these stickers. You can do a compare at price, which displays a markdown, as you can see here. You can choose to charge tax or not charge tax on the product. And you can even input your cost per item. So let's say that this sticker sheet cost 50 cents to make. It will show you your profit. Since it's $2.50, the price tag, I get a profit of $2 and a margin of 80%. So some really handy tools there. You can keep track of your inventory in different locations. We have 2 locations right here. This one's the LaunchNet office, and this is Kent State University as a whole. So let's say at the LaunchNet office I have 300 sticker sheets, and at another location I have 100. It can help you keep track of where your quantities are at any given time. You can also choose to continue selling even when you're out of stock. And if you're working with a lot of different products, or maybe you have products in a big warehouse, you can attach SKU numbers or a barcode to help keep track of everything as well. And then right here, you can add details related to shipping. So maybe your product will weigh a pound when it's all packaged and everything. So you would put that right there. The sticker sheet doesn't weigh a pound, so I'm just gonna leave it at 0, but that's what that option is. You can also add variants. This is really useful if you're selling something like clothing or something that comes in different colors, materials, styles, sizes. You can add any of those things here. So I could put, if I was selling something in different sizes, I could put whatever sizes that I wanted to put, and the customer would be able to select that, so then I know what to send them. And then down here, it'll show you how this page actually appears in the search engine, or how the product will appear on like a Google search. If we scroll back to the top, we can set the status of the product. This one is set as active, so it is going to appear in the shop currently. You can also set it to draft, which means it will not appear in the shop, and you can come back and edit it So if you're not ready to actually launch a product, that's a good feature. This one right here doesn't really require much editing. It just says the sales channels. If you're only working e-commerce, you'll only really be utilizing this online store one, but they also have point of sale, which means that you can actually conduct in-person sales using Shopify's system, and then the transaction will be processed through Shopify. We don't have that set up right now, but that is also a feature. Then in this product organization, you can assign the product to a specific category. So right here, I'm going to assign it to decorative stickers. You can put what the product type is. I'm going to put stickers again. This is for vendors. Since we are creating our own products, I'm going to put just LaunchNet as the vendor. But this is particularly useful if you're selling someone else's products on your site. You can put the vendor information there. The collections tab right here will determine where this page appears on the website. So you'll see that when customizing the website, this homepage, this product will appear on the homepage because we selected that collection. Next is tags. This goes into what we talked about earlier with the search engine optimization. You can input some tags here that are related to the product that maybe didn't appear in your description or your title. So since this product is affiliated with Kent State, I'm going to add Kent State University as a tag. So now it will pop up in a search engine when somebody searches for Kent State University. I can add merch because it's our LaunchNet merch. The design of the stickers is very retro video game themed, so maybe I can add that as well. Just examples of things that you can add to the tag section. So now we're all done with this product. I'm going to press save, and that product is now active. So the next place we're going to want to go is over to the left again. We're going to click this button that says Online Store, and it will take us to the themes. Shopify has some free themes here that you can choose from. They also have some paid themes that you can visit in the theme store, but in my opinion, I think the free themes work really great, and you can customize them however you'd like to accurately reflect your business. So we're going to click Customize on the theme that we've selected, and this will take you to the theme customization page. Over here on the left-hand side, we land on the section that says Homepage. As you can see, when I hover over these different elements, they become highlighted in blue. These are the different sections. As you can see, that's the products that we uploaded from earlier, and these are two products that I uploaded in advance to serve as some examples. But right now, there's really nothing brand appropriate on this website. There's nothing really saying LaunchNet other than these products. So we're going to fix that, and we're going to make it a little bit more on brand in this tutorial. Over here on the left, the rule of thumb is that you can select different sections and different objects on the page, and then on the right is where you can actually edit these different options. So right now on the front of the website, I've selected the image banner, this big image in the center. This is a stock image, but maybe we want to make this a little bit more brand appropriate. So I'm going to navigate over to the right. I'll press Select Image. This is an image I uploaded earlier that is more LaunchNet-y. We can change the height of this image banner. Right now it's taking up a lot of space on the page. Maybe we want it to be smaller. I'll select small, and it changes it that way. I can select medium as well. I think I like that size. We can even select different orientations for the text on the page. As you can see there, I'm going to keep it at bottom center. We can align the text in different ways as well. We can even change the color scheme of the text. So as you can see there, I think I'm going to keep it white just to make it the most visible. And we can even add animations and things like that. So a lot of really cool design choices that we can make just in this section alone. If we go over here to the left again, right under the sections page, there is a little icon that says theme settings. This is where we get into the more visual and aesthetic aspects of our shop. We can upload a logo under the logo section. So I'm going to go ahead and select my logo, post it in there. And as you can see, it pops up right here at the top of the home page. We can adjust the size of this as well. I want to make sure the logo is visible, so that's representing LaunchNET Kent State. There we go. We can change the color schemes. You can do that by clicking pretty much any one of these existing schemes. Let's say we want to change the button color. We can select any color that we want. I'm going to go with this orange that we already have in here. That's how you would go about changing those different sections if you wanted to. Typography basically refers to the fonts. We can change it to pretty much any font that we want. So let's scroll through. Let's say I want to change to this IBM Plex Sans. That changed all of the headings, as you can see. Then we can select the body font as well, and so that changed every single font on the page. As you can see, there's a lot of other options in the theme settings. We're not going to go through all of these, but there are a lot of other ways in which you can customize your website and make it on brand for you and your business. Another thing that we haven't talked about are app embeds. These are features that you can download that community members on Shopify make. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. It just depends on what you want to use, but they add other features to your store. A really popular one that I've seen people use is adding customer ratings and the option for customers to leave feedback and ratings on different products. So that's just one example. Another great thing about Shopify is that this is basically just like a regular website in terms of you can click the elements in the website builder in order to actually navigate to a certain place. So if I click my logo at the top, it will reload the home page. If I press Shop All right here, it will actually take me to my products, and then I can click on the products as well and expand those. This t-shirt example right here is a complete product that has examples of the variants and size variants as well. You can select different quantities. You have the add to cart option, buy it now option. Here is the description that I wrote earlier, and options to share, and you can adjust the look of any of these elements as well. The final thing that I want to point out about this website builder is that you can actually view your site in different modes. So this is how your site would look if it was laid out on a mobile device. You can full screen it. So this is pretty similar to how the site would look if you were looking at it from a desktop. After we're done editing our site, we can go ahead and click the Save option in the corner. And so all of our changes here have been saved. I'm going to exit out of this now and go back to our little dashboard. Next thing is I'm going to navigate back to Home and go back to the Setup Guide. And I'm going to show you some of the more technical things about Shopify. Here's information on shipping and delivery, which you'll need to configure when first getting started. You can add different locations, as you can see here, that you can fulfill from or ship from. Shopify is great because, like many other e-commerce websites, it will calculate the shipping and delivery for you. You also have a payments page. You can connect your checking account here or even accept payments through PayPal and or Amazon Pay. So that's how you'll receive money from Shopify once you get customers. This is the billing section. Shopify does cost money. They have a pretty good deal in the beginning where you get the first 3 months for $3. And after that, it is $40 per month, which is a bit on the pricier side. But as we're going to talk about a little bit later, they have some really great marketing analytics features that are really awesome for entrepreneurs. So if you can't afford it, I would definitely invest in Shopify. Moving on from this section, I'm going to X out of this tab and show you just a little bit more of this main dashboard that we have here. If you click the Orders tab, this would be where all of your orders that you get appear. If you click Products, you can see all of your active products, the inventory for each product, how many sales channels they're in, and even the types and the vendors. If you click Customers, this would show where all of your customers are. It can even show you their order history, if they're repeat customers, all of that information. Moving on to finances, this is a really important page. This is where you're going to keep track of all of your income that you make from selling on Shopify. You have a net sales metric here, a gross profit metric, and gross margin will appear here as soon as you have sales as well. It can even track your earnings and spending if you input that information. And it also factors in your Shopify bill. If we click Analytics, this is a really, really awesome page that has a bunch of analytics that can help you make decisions about your business. It can show you the total sales and at what times during the day that you actually receive the most sales. So that's great information if you want to run a discount or a sale on a product. It can tell you at what times people are the most active on your site and you have the most sessions. This is another one. It can tell you what times you get the most orders, the average order value, and at what times the average order value is the largest. Top selling products would be here. Returning customer rate is really important in case you want to offer some discounts to returning customers. Sessions by location, and even device type. So you can see if more people are purchasing on phones as compared to a laptop or something like that. We don't have to go through all of these, but as you can see, there's a lot of really great analytics that will pop up here. Next, we're going to go to marketing. Some of this overlaps with what we saw in the analytics section, but mainly we want to look at the ones right here. This shows all of the sales that were contributed to marketing efforts and orders contributed to marketing efforts as well. If you have multiple sales channels, you can keep track of what the top channel performance is. You can manage campaigns over here, and right here it will show you how many sales you got from abandoned checkout items. This is your campaign section and an automation section if you want to do one of those abandoned checkout discounts. Other discounts, if you just want to do a regular sale, maybe for a holiday, for Black Friday, something like that, you can manage that over here. So let's say I am ready to launch my website. How exactly do I go about doing that? You can, right now, the store for this workshop is password protected, but you can remove that password, and also you'll need to add a domain to publish the website. So if we click this Add Domain button on the home page, you can connect an existing domain or you can buy a new domain. Let's say I want to buy a new domain and I'll call it Shop LaunchNet. Shopify will search all available domains and it tells me that shoplaunchnetcom is available for $15 per year. So I can click buy domain, and once I pay for it, Shopify will connect that domain to the website I want it to connect to. And after that, your website will be published and online. And as we can see over here, I'll hit the full screen option again. Your website will essentially look like this. It won't look like it's affiliated with Shopify at all. It will just look like your website for your business. As I mentioned earlier, Shopify has very professional looking templates that are great for any entrepreneur that's not the most graphically design inclined. And if you're looking to establish that e-commerce presence, it's a great resource. Earlier, we talked about how support is a main consideration that we want to take into account when we're deciding how we want to build our website, and Shopify has some great resources. If you visit www.shopify.com and click the resources tab on their website, there's a help and support page you can click on. You can utilize their how-to guides. They even have business courses and a blog with strategy tips. They have some other topics that are highlighted like marketing, SEO, social media strategy, founder stories, branding, and a lot more. So this is one great resource for any entrepreneurs thinking about using Shopify. I'll reiterate, Shopify is not the only e-commerce website builder out there, and there are a lot of other options. So if for some reason Shopify doesn't work well with your business, you are not limited to it. Here I've grouped some general websites that aren't very industry specific, and then we have some other industry specific ones. The first one in the general section is Squarespace, which is another very popular drag and drop custom website builder. We have Square Online, which is an online storefront builder. Wix is a free website builder, but they do have some paid e-commerce features. However, if you're looking for a more cost-effective option, that might be a good one for you. And finally, if you're familiar with WordPress, WooCommerce is an e-commerce plugin for WordPress. Next, we have our industry-specific platform options. The most famous one that many people are familiar with is Etsy. They describe themselves as a global marketplace for unique and creative goods. And I think marketplace is a great word to describe all of these industry-specific sites, because unlike Shopify, where you're building a website that is, it looks like a standalone website. It doesn't look like it's associated with Shopify. Etsy has more of a setup that's similar to Amazon or eBay, where you create an account and you're selling through your account through the community that is already established on that platform. Big Cartel is another one. They market themselves as customizable shops for makers and artists, a little bit of an Etsy alternative. And finally, we have Depop, where Depop is mainly marketed as a place to buy and sell unique things, quote unquote. However, over the years, they've mainly garnered traction as being a place to buy and sell primarily clothing. As you can see, there aren't a lot of options for sites and global marketplaces that are outside of the creative, fashion, and artist industries. So maybe that's a good business idea if anyone wants to pursue that. Thank you for listening. Again, my name was Caitlin Phillips. If you want to contact me, you can reach out to me via the email on this slide. And if you're interested in LaunchNet, here's the link to access all of our resources.